There was an article today in Washington, someone told me, they said the Tea Party was dead in Texas. As John Wayne would say, that'll be the day. The Tea Party is alive and well. The grassroots is alive and well. Love of God, love of country, love of Texas is alive and well. Texas and America is looking for bold leaders.
That's right.
Yes.
Bold leadership. The type of bold leadership that Ted Cruz has taken to Washington. The type of bold leadership we need in the office of the Lieutenant Governor. The type of bold leadership that Ronald Reagan brought to us. You know, on an election night long ago, Ronald Reagan said, "Can we doubt that only a divine providence placed this land, this island of freedom, here as a refuge for all people to breathe freedom?" Well, if Reagan were here tonight with us, he would say, God gave us Texas. This is why people from all over this country are coming to Texas, because conservative values are alive and well. Conservative principles are alive and well. And we govern as conservatives, and we're going to continue to govern as conservatives, and we will never let the Democrats take the state of Texas from us. I want to thank every one of our volunteers. We had the greatest grassroots army that any statewide candidate has ever seen. From
State Senator Dan Patrick live thanking his supporters in Houston. I'm joined now by Brian Sweeney, who's a senior executive editor at the Texas Monthly magazine, and quite a stirring speech from Senator Patrick. You can't go wrong quoting Ronald Reagan to a Republican crowd here in Texas.
Absolutely not. Also can't go wrong mentioning the name Ted Cruz to a Republican crowd in Texas. I think that what we saw Ted Cruz begin in this previous cycle where he knocked off Lieutenant Governor David Dewhurst for that U.S. Senate seat has also now come full circle in a way, because we see so many of these candidates that are emerging on top. Ken Paxton in the Attorney General's race as well have really moved in that direction, and I think that's a lot of where this energy is coming from. We have seen the Tea Party flex its muscles tonight, and we're seeing those results all across the board in the statewide races.
David Dewhurst must feel a little deja vu. He's going into a runoff with a firebrand conservative again, and look what happened to him last time.
That's exactly right. There was a race back in 2012 where David Dewhurst was widely considered to be the favorite to go to the U.S. Senate. Ted Cruz seemingly comes out of nowhere, though we know that that's not true. We know that Senator Cruz was working very hard, the grassroots in the Republican Party across the state. Here, once again, it seems to me that State Senator Dan Patrick has also done the same thing. And it's such an interesting dynamic, because you had a sense that at the beginning of this session, for example, Lieutenant Governor David Dewhurst appoints Dan Patrick to a key committee, the Public Education Committee. You almost had a sense that he was trying to keep him close to fend something off. Now we see where this is ended. A very vitriolic campaign, a lot of personal attacks, and now Dan Patrick claiming victory tonight, it looks.
And Senator Cruz did not make any direct endorsement.
Exactly right, but certainly people were rushing to claim that mantle, and so in the Attorney General's race, for example, we're referring to it as the not quite official endorsement of Ken Paxton, but it's one that made him come flying past Dan Branch, who many people thought would be the early favorite. Certainly that there would be a runoff in that race, but that 1 and 2 would go Branch-Paxton. Now we're seeing it looks like that's going to be reversed. Again, I think one of the takeaways here is that the Tea Party has shown itself in the statewide elections to become now closer to the mainstream of the Republican Party than something on the outside or on the fringe.
Ted Cruz certainly highlighted in Paxton's commercials.
Absolutely right.
And it seemed to have worked.